So can we trace back exactly what it is that happened? How did this happen?
Sure. It's a pretty in-depth story. That's why wrote a whole book about it. But in short, I passed out and landed on my face on the hardwood floor in my home. And 6 months later, doctors told me that the impact from that fall sheared my brainstem, caused a traumatic brain injury, and it broke my neck. So I lived with a broken neck, sheared brainstem, traumatic brain injury for 6 months before I knew anything was what was going
Right.
on. I was completely incapacitated for almost a year. I went from one day working for a major university to the next day I couldn't even take myself to the restroom, yet nobody could figure out what was wrong. And it was a deep, deep, dark place. It was a really, really trying time, but that's where I really connected with who I am at my core, was at that in that deep, dark place there.
What before this happened? Were you on a what we could call a spiritual path, or were you, studying any kinds of specific thought systems, or did that come after the accident? Or
Yeah, at the time of the accident, I was very ingrained in a religion. I grew up in a very religious household, and I was continuing that with my family, and that's where I was at that time. And going through this experience shook me to my core. Made me question everything. Not to mention that the community for which I was serving pretty much disowned me after I could no longer be of service to them. And it made me question everything, like, why am I doing this? If this is how these people are going to be, they represent themselves one way, but when it comes down to it, this is how they treat me. And it really sent me on a different path of opening myself up to what is really happening, like what's really out there. And the turning point for me was I literally couldn't do anything for myself. I couldn't walk, talk, hear, or see correctly. And I finally said, there's got to be something I can do. What can I do? I was so focused on what I couldn't do. I thought, what can I do? I can listen to audiobooks and podcasts, turn it down really low so my brain could handle it. And I began listening to Dr. Wayne Dyer and Tony Robbins, and I was introduced to the wisdom of Rumi at that time, after which my business is named.
right?
And it was that poem that really opened me up and allowed me to do some deep soul searching and, find a different path.
Could we say that that is the point when you began to polish the mirror?
Yes, it is.
That's so
Yeah,
beautiful too,
right
by the way.
there laying in that bed.
Could you explain to anyone in the chat who might not know that reference? Although I've been for a week, I have been quoting "polishing the mirror."
Oh,
Um,
really?
I have, um, and so probably everyone who's going to come in might be familiar with it. But if not, uh, why why did that become such a catalyst for you that it helped you recover? And not only that, you decided to name your business after that.
Sure. So if you're not familiar with the poem by Rumi, it goes like this: Ye who seek God apart, that which you seek thou art. If you wish to seek the beloved's face, polish the mirror and gaze into that space. And when I read that, I stopped. Have you ever read anything? It just stopped you in your tracks, like you
I have.
just can't go on. You have to just sit with it. And I really sat with that. And what it told me that every answer I seek can be found within. It helped me understand that I was looking outside myself for validation. I was looking outside myself for everything, but that if I could learn to polish the mirror and see my reflection clearly, I could really find all the answers that I was seeking by polishing the mirror and looking into a mirror that was not distorted and covered with all these other things that the world puts on it.
Right, our stories.
Yes.
And well, what is story for you to be able to polish the mirror and not get stuck in the story that I'm in a wheelchair and that I can't tend to myself, and that there doesn't seem any hope to get better. That had to be some serious polishing on your part.
Yeah. It really was, you know, because And it's interesting because once I learned to start this process of polishing the mirror, I began to see things inside myself that I'd never seen before. Values and hope and love and worth that I had been getting from external forces, external ways. And I began to see the beauty that lied within me, even though I couldn't use my legs, even
Right.
though I had to have help getting to the toilet to use the restroom. It became a beautiful thing because I was able to see life from a different perspective. I honestly, people who know me say one of the things that they say a lot is that you're just so grateful for everything. You're so appreciative of everything. And I say, yeah, because I had everything stripped away from me at one time. I couldn't do anything. And so I appreciate and am so grateful for what I have and what I can do, what I've been able to find inside. So it was really that piece of finding the beauty inside instead of what I was looking for outside that helped me get through all of that.